like Mumbai, where breaking free from the monotony of the concrete jungle seems like such a challenge, having a living space that offers ample greenery is the ultimate luxury only a few can afford. Fortunate are those who carve out their personal space within these residential properties. Hello and a very warm welcome to the third episode of this special series, Your Nature, Your Address by Hubtown Seasons, a place where serenity, tranquility and greenery comes together to create an awe-inspiring experience. In this episode, we will get to know more about this rare residential marvel from a very special guest who truly understands the value and significance of green spaces like Hubtown Seasons. In this episode, we are going to meet a very special personality, someone whose life has been an inspiration for many, who has been an epitome of talent, commitment, and determination. She's the first eminent lady forensic scientist of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm beyond delighted to welcome the highlight of this very episode, our very special guest, Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy. Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy is the chairperson and CEO of Helic Advisory Limited, India's first private organization to provide forensic services to all, including individuals, private and public sector firms, as well as the government departments. She is the ex-director of Forensic Science Labs, Government of Maharashtra. Highly educated and truly inspirational, Dr. Krishnamurthy entered a male-dominated and a very unorthodox profession like forensic science in an era when it was extremely challenging for women to pursue careers outside their homes. In her illustrious career, she has held numerous positions of national and international significance in areas like forensic science, technological development, and academic excellence. She has led the forensic investigations in many high-profile cases, like the 1993 Mumbai blasts, Telagi stamp case, 26/11 Mumbai terror attack, and the list is very long. A publisher of over 110 research papers and the visionary behind 3 forensic science institutes in the country, Mrs. Krishnamurthy is a recipient of 12 national and international awards, including Best Forensic Scientist and Lifetime Achievement Award in Forensic Field. To take her inspiring life story to the masses, a renowned production house of the country is already in the process of making a biopic on her. Wow, what an illustrious career, ma'am, and we are so delighted to have you spend your time with us. Ma'am, what an inspirational journey and what an amazing career that you have had. And what better setting for us to be talking to you, having this conversation than one of India's most inspiring living spaces, Hubtown Seasons. As is very evident with your career and with all the research that you put in your work, it must have been a thoroughly researched investment. What led you to buying a place at Hubtown Seasons?
To tell you, basically, we lived for a very long time in Anushakti Nagar. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
It's known as Shimla of Mumbai. It's totally green with hillside. You get up with the birds singing and the breeze of the trees.
Wow.
So we are used to that. And we always felt if at all we have a property, something with greenery is what I'm going to look into. So when I saw this, I was very impressed. I know this greenery is like nature friendly and it's very good for health also. And as far as the owner and the director, they are very well known to me and I know the authenticity of it. From both point of view, it made me investing.
It is interesting that you talk about this particular area of Bombay, Anushakti Nagar, and of course, now when we see Chembur, it is one of those few spaces that are very green. And otherwise, there's so much construction happening everywhere else, but Chembur still gives you that bit of comfort. Did you used to come a lot to this area?
We are very well acquainted with Chembur because we stay in Anushakti Nagar, all the things which we require from cultural, traditional, everything. And another very interesting point is you have the fine arts here. So that is also another very interesting
I can
point.
imagine, yes.
And Chembur is a very close to us because for last so many years I am in Mumbai. I'm in Chembur only.
How would you describe the energy of Mumbai? Did you ever think of ever going back to your birth town, which is Nagpur, or after Mumbai became your home after 74, was that just a very simple decision कि Bombay में ही घर बनाना है?
My husband retired from Baba Atomic Research Center. We are used here. Both my children grew up here, but now they are in US for a long time. Out of all the city in our country, Mumbai is something like active, speed, and things you have you cannot get anywhere.
Right.
It's okay. I go for a vacation to Nagpur. But Mumbai is
Mumbai is home. Let me talk about a little when it comes to a career. You know, you've had such an illustrious career which required one to have focus. Usually, ma'am, when we talk about people who have had very busy careers, we always see that they want to retire and go to places which are quieter, away from the city. Why was this location so important for you?
See, I've been always thinking my job is like, you all must have read about me, like handling 93 case, blast case, handling Telgi case and other murder case, Aditi Sharma's murder case, bride burning cases. So imagine the traumas we experience the whole day, and we cannot afford to lose our sleep every time because my type of job is like that.
Right.
So we always felt the house should be shanti wala, green or acha hawa aa jao.
Right.
So that made us think this would be a better. Though I am retired from government job, I'm a scientist. I will never retire till
That's
then.
true.
So it's not my retirement house, it's my relaxing house.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing to say. And it does look like that because it's so green and bright, like an oasis in the middle of a concrete jungle. But tell me, when you need focus, you've written so many research papers, what is the kind of environment you need when you sit at home? And is there a favorite spot which you feel, yahan baith ke I can focus, concentrate kar sakte ho, and you know, all the thoughts come together?
Correct. I always choose a room which is facing a tree or some greenery. ऐसे उसको देखती रहती, some idea creep into me, and then I start writing my books, articles, and whatever the office job is. So said and done, a lot of innovative works we have done, and it is all the creation of the circumstances you sit in, the peace you get out of it. And I am a person who get up and do a lot of exercise. Early morning I like to do exercise which are into yoga postures also in open net. Do swimming twice or thrice in a week.
Wow.
And I am highly traditional. I follow whatever my mother did. So I want my puja ghar to be very nicely done and have all the sanctity to do all the traditional puja we do.
Wonderful.
So all this is found in my flat in Hubtown, so I'm happy about it.
Tell me about Mr. Krishnamurthy's interests. What did he like about the house?
He was a chief engineer in Baba Atomic Research Center,
Right.
who has done the construction of reactors and whatnot.
Oh, so a lot of scrutiny must have gone in to see if everything is right about this project, construction
I was
quality.
little afraid what type of defects he's going to say or not something, but somehow he was okay with it. And he does like the flat, and he did not object much. He's actually a walking encyclopedia, I can call him. He knows so many things about so many areas, right from how the trees, he taught the children at the age of 5 the botanical names, so he saw all the trees here, which made him very interesting.
How wonderful.
And he asked me, do you remember the botanical names
Of the tree?
So I said at least something to make him interested in this project, and I told Rushar, Our uncle was impressed by all the trees.
But that is so important to actually find a place that ticks a lot of boxes. What were the main few? I know the location was important for you. It was also important that you knew who was constructing the building. That is why I would say that, Chembur is a great hub because the markets have everything. And you find the smallest of the spice at the local Chembur market. So, I know for cooking lovers, Chembur is a right fix.
To tell you very frankly, when they came to know my picture is doing Mahalakshmi, where I buy all my ornaments, Madam, एक shot इधर ले लेना please. Then Rajkamal is the place. Last 50 years we have been buying coffee and coffee seeds.
Right.
तो मैडम हम तुम्हारे पास से कॉफी लेते समय आप ले लेंगे क्या? So I used to feel so. All of them read the paper. मैडम कल आपका ये आया था गला. So it's very, very at home, and this place is very ideal for us.
Well, it's so wonderful to know what all went before you bought your dream home in Hubtown Seasons. But how about we step out and have a look at some of your favorite spots? Should we? Let's go. Ma'am, as a health enthusiast and nature lover, which part of the property calls you most?
Definitely, this is the one with such greenery, the ficus here and all type of trees. It's really exciting to be here.
Should we check out the tree house where perhaps the grandchildren will have a good time?
Yeah, sure.
The children seem to love this spot. I also remember that your grandchildren keep visiting, so I'm guessing this automatically becomes your favorite spot.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting when they see this, and I think this is the best gift I can give to my grandchildren, a tree house, not imagined ever in Mumbai.
This place has developed in the last 10 years. It has seen coming of public transport, there are openings towards different parts of the cities. Was that also a very important point for you to have the ability to reach any part of Bombay given your work quickly?
Yeah, that's one of the added points because all the points are reachable. Airport is near, my working place, city side, often I have to go to Mantralaya, I get into freeway, no time I'm there. So all these is added point for us. Go to Vashi, very easy, go to the Thana side, it is easy. As such, I'm invited for a lot of lectures here and there, and this would be a great location for me.
Were you also particular about, where architecture-wise, was it east-facing, north-facing, south-facing? Were you particular about that?
Took a little, and it happened that it was as we wanted.
No, right. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. But when we also talk about return on investment, a lot of people buy properties also seeing a long-term horizon. Did you study the market? Did you feel that this area would give you good returns if, say, you were in future to also sell the flat?
My aim is now to buy some property which would be of some use to my children. We are not into selling and what it is going to give me return at this stage of my age. I'm 75 years. So it's a property for my children and they liked it. We know the builders and it's in a very good location. These are the things which made us do it.
When we talk about Chembur in particular, do you see this area developing even more given that you have spent so much time already here? Or is it saturated, or does it look like there is still room for a lot of growth in the coming years?
Yeah, as such, out of whole of Bombay, Chembur always used to be a preferred location for many people because it has big institute like Baba Atomic Research Center, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, then you have a big hospital like Jen, and so many other organizations. Very soon, my helic is going to come to Rising City, where it's near to. So I think Chembur is going to really grow at a corporate level also. So many people looking to buy properties in Chembur. Study point of view, very good colleges are there. And cultural point of view, you have big centers like fine arts and other places. And religion-wise, so many temples are there. Market-wise, it's growing like earlier we used to go to the other end city side to buy things. Now you don't have to. So I think Chembur is all in one in Bombay.
I think it also gives you a sense of work-life balance.
Exactly. You get everything what you want in Chembur.
What would your ideal day when you're free looks like or would look like at Hubtown? When say you're now working?
I'm sorry, I work all 24 hours, 7 days a week because I feel you should not at this stage keep your mind idle.
That's true.
Oh, so maybe sometime. I'm writing a book for Urban Couriers, Journey of 50 Years of My Forensics. I'm writing articles, I'm preparing for lectures. So my husband says change of work is relaxation. So we do both of that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put Hubtown? Is it because you're well traveled, you've seen places, you have also seen how construction's done, and Mr. Krishnamurthy, of course, as you said, knows everything about the construction quality.
Yeah, I can give up to 9.
Oh wow, that's a good number. That's a good number to give. Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing these insights. You're part of your life. It was a privilege knowing that, and I wish you all the very best for a wonderful stay at Hubtown Seasons.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to say goodbye. We'll be back soon with another interesting episode and guest to explore more of Hubtown Season in this special series, Your Nature, Your Address. Till then, take care and stay happy.